There's goddamn cows in the street. No, you go back.
No, we do it together.
Get the fuck. No.
What's up? I'm Ashley, and we're going to break down from Season 3, Episode 1. Let's get into it. The episode picks up where we left off with Tabitha in the hospital. She finds out someone found her on the side of the road and that she's in Camden, Maine. But my question is, who found her on the side of the road? Who was it? The doctor tells her she wants to run some tests on her, and then that's when the nurse comes in and tells the doctor the police are on their way. Tabitha's like, whoa, the police? Why the police? The doctor tells her it's just protocol and everything is okay and just lay down and rest. But Tabitha wasn't going for that. She snuck out of there immediately and made her way down the elevator. And as soon as Tabitha makes her way out of the hospital, that's when the police shows up. Made it out of there just in a nick of time. Look at God. After she just narrowly escapes as she's walking down the street, she sees the boy in white. And he over there got the nerve to be smiling. What you smiling at? You just pushed me out the window. Come here so I can hit you. Got me over here bruised up, cut up, walking with a limp. And you over there smiling. But when Tabitha sees him, she starts walking across the street towards him. And as she does that, she almost gets hit by a car, about to end up back in the hospital. She follows him inside of this cafe. She touches him on his shoulder. And as the boy turns around to look at her, it's not the boy in white. It's some other boy. All he do is play games. Because it was him at first. Because look at the outfit. He had on all white, and now this boy has on a white shirt and some tan pants. Stop playing with me. See, once I get a hold of that boy, if I'm Tabitha, once I get a hold of him, I'm snatching him up. Then dead-ass Father Cottrey pops back up in Boyd's mind, and they over there having a whole conversation. As they're talking, Boyd is cleaning up his own gunshot wound, and Father Cottrey brings up the fact that it's getting cold outside. Boyd tells him, we have blankets. What you want me to do? Call fire? Get everybody in a panic? Father Cottrey tells him, maybe you're not panicked enough. You're not worried enough out here. It's getting cold. Why is he so worried about it being cold when he is dead? Mind your business. Then Boyd tells him whatever he was talking to out in the forest wasn't really his wife. So what are you? Because he knows Father Cottrey is dead. So why can he see him and talk to him like that? Father Cottrey tells him, I'm afraid I can't answer that for you, Boyd. Well, what can you answer? Then there goes Ethan being annoying again. He's over there yelling at Teen Chin, talking about, let me go, let me go. Ugh, he's so annoying. He gets mad at Victor for telling everybody where he was because everybody's been looking for Ethan. He's like, we gotta find mom, we gotta find mom. Just what is your little self gonna do? How you gonna find your mama? Then here comes Julie walking up, and she's just as annoying. This is annoying family number one. They got the number one spot. She's like, I'm gonna go for a walk. And she's clearly traumatized still from whatever happened to her last season, but that's okay. Bye. Keep walking. Keep walking away. Then after that whole scene happens outside, Jim tells Boyd that he never should have let Tabitha go, and he's gonna go out there to look for his wife. He don't even know where to start, but he's gonna go out there and he's gonna look for his wife. He says the kids need their mother, but Boyd doesn't want him to go because it's dangerous. But Jim's plan is to stay out there in that tent. Boyd tells him, no. He says, when I stayed in the tent with Sarah, our tent got dragged to God knows where. Only God knows where that tent landed. Boyd tells him, the odds are Tabitha is already dead. Jim says, don't say that. Don't you say that. So since Jim keeps on insisting that he's going to go out there, Boyd tells him there's a safer way. Fatima's in the bathroom throwing up, and while she's throwing up, there's an annoying girl outside of the door with a stupid looking haircut telling her to hurry up. I gotta pee. Hurry up. You always hogging up the bathroom. On top of that, you get double the food. You get double the food and you get to hog up the bathroom. Hurry up. Ellis checks on Fatima and he tells her she has to eat something. But she tells him that her stomach hasn't been right lately. I think she has a demon baby inside of her. We just gonna have to wait and see. But guess who's eavesdropping on this conversation? Old Lady Tilly. Can never mind her business. Because why you always in her business? And she tells Ellis, don't worry, the first couple of months can be the hardest. Mind your business. But I do think she knows what's going on with this baby, and I think she can be an undercover monster. We get a quick glimpse of Elgin, and we find out from Donna he still hasn't slept. And you can tell because he looked like he over there going through it. Boyd explains to Kenny and Jim the plan that he and Sarah did when they was out there in the forest. He tells them once they see a whole bunch of spider webs, then that would lead them to the lighthouse, which would then lead them to the bottle tree. And that's when they'll be able to find out if Tabitha is dead. When Kenny follows Boyd outside, telling him that he knows he's scared, but he's not going to let Julie and Ethan lose both of their parents in a week, and that's why he wants to go with Jim. That's when they see someone throw something out of the window at the gas station. That's when Boyd and Kenny goes rushing in there to see what it is, and that's when they find Jade on the floor having some kind of a mental breakdown while still trying to figure out what this symbol is. He keeps saying, "I can't see it. They tried to show me." They both help him off the floor and take him to the station so he can rest because he is losing it. While Tabitha is walking through some kind of a flea market slash yard sale type thing, she sees these two teenage girls. She asked them could she use their phone. One friend said no, like she was disgusted, but the other one let her use the phone. Tabitha uses the phone to call her mom to let her know she's okay. Her mom tells her, "Where have you been? We've been looking for you. The police is out looking for you. Where are you?" But Tabitha tries to reassure her that she and the family are okay and that they'll be home as soon as they can. She just wanted to call her to let her know that she's okay. If I'm her mom, I'm having the police track down that phone, because where are you? Christy and Kenny go to the diner before he leaves with Jim, and his mom is telling him, "Please be safe, come back because I cannot lose you too." And I said, uh-oh. Somebody about to die. We then see Jim saying bye to Julie and Ethan. Boyd, Kenny, and Jim are outside, and Boyd reminds them that once they see the spider webs, that means that they're going in the right direction. And to make sure they get back to the hut by dark. Kenny tells them they'll be okay and that they'll see him soon. That's when Ellis comes running up telling Boyd, "You gotta come see this." He takes him to Donna, and that's when Donna tells Boyd, "Our food is rotten. We don't have no more food. What we gonna do?" Boyd said, "How many people know about this?" And it seems as though the whole town knows because everybody was rushing to Tin Chan's house talking about, "Let us in. You the only one with all the food. We want some. Give it to us." All of them ran and pushed her aside to get up inside of her house. They said, "Move, get out the way." This leads Randall to steal a goat. Ethan's like, "No, no, not my goat. That's my friend. Leave my friend alone." That's when Victor pulls out a gun on Randall. Boyd had to go over there and break it up. Said, "Whoa, whoa, 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 put the gun down." He puts the gun down, so now Randall and Goat Alma can now live another day. Boyd explains to Randall and everybody standing out there, "These animals are off limits. They provide eggs and milk. We gotta take it day by day out here, okay? Chill out." Randall then hands over the goat, and as he does that, he says, "You guys have no idea." And I think he's referring back to what happened to him in season 2. Maybe he saw something and he knows something or something. While Jim and Kenny are out there in the forest, they see these voodoo looking statues. And that's time to turn around. But they keep going, and that's when they find these man-made houses. That looks creepy too. Kenny tells him they should turn around because it's getting dark and go back to the talisman hut. But Jim wants to stay in that creepy house for the night. Kenny says, "No, Boyd said that we would know we're going in the right direction once we see the spider webs." He didn't say anything about these creepy looking voodoo statues. Jim says, well, maybe he doesn't know about these statues because his tent got blown over this. So let's just stay here for the night. And Kenny stupidly agrees with him. So now they're staying in that creepy little house for the night. Tabitha goes to see a priest and she tells him she can't tell anyone who she is or that she's there because then they'll think she's crazy. The priest then brings up God and she said, "No, don't do that. I didn't come here to talk about God because if God is real, he never would have let my baby fall off that changing table." She then tries to walk out, but the priest goes after her. She ends up telling him about Thomas. And then Victor's name comes up because of the lunchbox. The priest then asks her, "What did Victor pack for you for lunch?" And that's when she opens up the lunchbox, and that's when she finds Victor's address and Victor's full name. After seeing the address, she storms right on out of there. Elgin is having a dream, but we don't know he's having a dream. But in his dream, old lady Tilly is there too, and she's telling him it's okay to go to sleep because Boyd said so. Elgin tells her, no, that's not it. He feels like someone is watching him, but when he wakes up, he can't remember what it is. And we find out it's a dream when Tilly says, "Is that her?" And my first thought is, she can see her too? Something is up with Tilly. I don't trust her. But I think whoever is watching Elgin is Fatima. This skeleton looking lady has to be Fatima. I think the baby sucked the life right on out of her. I think the red that's on her robe is insinuating blood. Maybe she had a miscarriage. Whatever it is, it's the blood from the baby. And it's no coincidence that old lady Tilly is in Elgin's dream because she never minds her business when it comes to Fatima and that baby. I'm just wondering what Elgin has to do with all this. Donna, Boyd, and Tinchin are talking, and Tinchin comes up with the idea to plant smaller amounts of crops in different places to see if that spoils too. They then bring up when are they going to start having to eat all of the goats and cows. And Ethan is eavesdropping on this conversation because he's nosy and can't stay out of grown people's business. So he runs out the room moping and trying to cry when you had no business in there to even be knowing that conversation. Boyd goes after him and tries to talk to him, and Ethan's like, yeah, I understand. We're going to have to start eating the animals, but can you eat Alma first? Because I don't want her to have to see her friends die. Tabitha then makes it to the address in the lunchbox, and as she's standing there, a car pulls up and an old man gets out. He has his alcohol in his hand. He sees Tabitha and he says, I'm not in the mood. Get out of here. Get out of here. That's when he sees the lunchbox in her hand and he says, where did you get that from? Then Tabitha's like, oh my God, you're Victor's father. I thought Victor's father would look a little bit older than that. They look about the same age to me. Am I tripping? But then again, Victor has been through it. Okay, he's been through it. And that's probably why he has alcohol. He's probably an alcoholic now. So all the things that he know has went down, he can't find his son, his wife, his kids, his other kid or whatever. He going through it too. Then we go to Kenny and Jim, and while they're in that creepy little house, they hear footsteps outside. And I think we're made to believe that that's the monsters outside walking around. Something's hitting the walls, but it eventually goes away. That's when Jim finally comes to his senses and he's like, you know what? I want to go back home. It doesn't make sense for our kids to lose both parents. And she wouldn't want me out here anyway. Let's go back home. Then we see the monsters letting the animals run free. They're opening up all the doors so they can get out, and the monsters are setting a trap for the people in the town. While Boyd and Jade are talking and having a drink, Boyd notices there's cows walking outside. Boyd and Jade runs outside to get the cows. It's dark, mind you, but they still run outside anyway. Boyd says, we got to get them back to the barn. And I'm thinking, how far is the barn? Then the sheep start running loose. And they're all like, whoa, 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 whoa. The sheep too. The goats are out there running too. And Tin Chin and Victor are up and they notice that the crop has gotten loose. All the animals are out there running wild. So they decide to go outside too. And I said, nobody is thinking. My thought is, well, if nobody is able to leave the town, then why are they so worried about these animals getting out? Like they're going to just run back in a circle? They're just about to run back in a circle. So I don't know. The math not mathing. Or am I just not understanding? Help me understand. Then there goes the little dumb Ethan. He sees his friend go Alma outside, so he's like, Alma, no! He goes to open the door with his little dumb self. And when he opens the door, there goes that old lady monster staring at him and Julie in the face. Julie had to grab Ethan. They run out the house. They go all the way through the back. Then that's when Sarah pops up. And I said, where'd she come from? What's she doing outside in the night? That's weird. That's suspicious. That don't make no sense. She ends up saving Julie and Ethan. That's when they're able to hide behind a bush until it's safe enough to run inside of the bus with Randall. Randall also tried to give everybody outside a warning when they were trying to get all of the animals back to the barn because the monsters was right behind them, but that didn't really help. That didn't help nothing. As Jade is running with this cow, he gets approached by a monster. He is now in shock. He calls out for Boyd, but Boyd is all the way over there. The monster then cuts the cow's neck. And I said, oh no, poor baby. What the cow do? Boyd is still trying to get these cows and animals back inside of the barn. And then Tin Chin takes it upon herself to try to help Boyd. Boyd said, no, I got it. Tin Chin said, no, we'll do it together. And I thought, uh-oh, something about to go down. They both get the cow inside of the barn and is able to close the door just in time because the monsters are right behind them. Once they close the door, they realize they're inside of the barn with some more monsters. First, 4 monsters comes out. The cowboy monster says to Boyd, you said this place couldn't break you. Remember that? Remember what you said? Then 2 more monsters comes out and they grab Lin Chin. And I said, not Lin Chin, what she do? The monsters then attack Boyd. They scratch him up a little bit and they hold him up and force him to watch the other monsters torture Tin Chin as they kill her slowly, grabbing out her hair by the scalp. Her scalp is being pulled off. Pulled off. Boyd is over there screaming and yelling, talking about, look at me, look at me, look at me. No, no, no. Let her go. Kill me. Cowboy Monster tells him, kill you? That would be no fun. You think this place can't break you? You think that? Well, how about now? The episode ends with Boyd still yelling, telling Tension to look at him. I'm so sorry, you're so strong, but you could be the strongest person in the world. But once your scalp gets pulled out from the root, from the scalp, that's it for you. R.I.P. But let me know your thoughts on this premiere down in the comments so we can talk about it. And if you haven't already and want to see more videos like this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one.
There's goddamn cows in the street.